Hi, this is Tracy Dean from Apostolic Radio Ministries International, and I'm here to bring you the weekly events, encouragement services, and summaries from Apostolic churches that I see or know of these events. So, on today, we should be having the Apostolic Temple International in Fort Pierce, Florida, under the leadership of Pastor Paul Dean. They have services on Monday night, and you can watch them on Facebook. You can log on at any time and see their services, but they usually have Bible studies on Monday nights. Now, moving right along, the International Apostolic Ministries in Waterloo, and that is in Santa Cruz, Jamaica. They are closing out their prayer and fasting. So it will end this week on January 26th. And they have been using St. John 10, verse 10, 2 Peter 1, and St. John 10, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray. Moving right along, we can see the Faith House Apostolic Church. They're having men at the altar prayer services. Again, men at the altar prayer services. And you can join them on Zoom. The Zoom ID is 238-660-3089. Again, 238-660-3089. And the password is FHAC. Again, FHAC, F as in faith, H as in house, A as in apostolic, and C as in church. And they have a QR code right there, so you can click to the QR code to join them. Now, moving along, looking at the Holiness Temple Shiloh Apostolic Church. They're ending their prayer and fasting this week. It's from January 8 to 28, 2023. They have had a lineup of speakers. You can join them on Facebook Live. You can join them on Zoom at 810-618-8750. Again, 810-618-8750. And the password for this group is Jesus, JESUS. And also First Vision Apostolic Ministries. Again, First Vision Apostolic Ministries, 12 Job Lane or 12 Job Lane, depending on how you pronounce it. The host pastor is Dr. Patricia Holness, and they're closing out their 21 days of prayer and fasting from January 8 to January 28. And you will be blessed joining any of these services: Waterloo, House, Temple, Faith, First Vision, any one of these prayer group, you will be blessed. I mean, anyone in this announcements as we go along. Now, when we go ahead and look at the Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic of Jamaica, they are presenting a financial forum, the church and banking in the digital era. Again, the church and banking in the digital era, and this will be on January 28th from 6 to 8. And they have a Google Meet. ID is BSP ZHAN HZE. Again, BSP ZHAN HZE. And the presenters are Samantha Hayes and Miss Charlene Irvin, and the host is Bishop Tyrone Gordon. So they didn't say here if it was also in person, but I am going to assume that you can join with the Google Meet. BSP-ZHAN-HZE. Also for UCAM, Universities College Apostolic Ministries, they are having their event, Rebuilding the Broken Altars, on January 28th. You can join them live, and you can also join them face to face. And this is Saturday at 9 p.m. So they are on Facebook live, and you can also join them. Now, Bishop Holsworth is having his annual month of prayer. Again, annual month of prayer, and that's from January 9 to February 3, 2023 at 7 p.m. And you can join him on Zoom. You can also join him on YouTube. And the ID number is 612-145-8729. Again, it's 612-145-8729. Next coming up is Bible Way Apostolic Church. They're having their 10th crusade from January 15 to January 29. So January 15 to January 29 at 7 p.m. nightly. And this is 5's Penn Community Center in St. Elizabeth. 5's FYFFES Penn's Community Center in St. Elizabeth. I'm from St. Elizabeth and I don't know this place. I gotta learn this. All right. Now, Food for the Poor. Food for the Poor. They are having an event, United in God's Work. You can join them on Zoom on Wednesday, February 1st at 8:30 to 9 a.m. Again, 8:30 to 9 a.m. And the topic is Pay It Forward. You can join them on Zoom on 862-1555-5485. Again, 862-1555-5485. And the password is prayer. And this is being under the leadership of Elder Dr. Tony Bromley. Again, Elder Dr. Tony Bromley. Looking again at the Apostolic Ark Pentecostal Church of Jamaica International. Apostolic Ark Pentecostal Church of Jamaica International. They're having their Singceration on February 5th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. Again, February 5th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. And you can join them on Zoom on 203-511-9372. Again, 203-511-9372. And the password is AAPC. Again, the password is AAPC. A as in Apostolic, A as in Ark, P as in Pentecostal, and C as in Church. Now, we're moving right ahead with the Jamaica Pentecostal Union Apostolic. Just a quick reminder that they have prayer meetings every Saturday at 8 p.m. And their meeting ID is 510-912-9418. Again, it's 510-912-9418. And the password is NAFAL. NAFAWL. Again, NAFAWL. Looking again at this group, the King's Chapel Apostolic Group of Churches. Again, King's Chapel Apostolic Group of Churches presents their annual Holy Convocation and Family Day 2023. The theme is, Behold, I come quickly, let no man take thy crown. And this will be held from Ash Wednesday, that is February 22, to Sunday, February 26th. And they have a great lineup of speakers from Wednesday at 10 a.m. with Dawn Lawrence. We have Wednesday at 7 p.m. with Paul Charlton. We have Thursday at 7 p.m. with Andrea Phillips. We have Friday at 7 p.m. with Pastor Wickerston. Pastor Winston, rather, Pickersgill. I don't know why I'm stuttering on this one. And Pastor Una Davis. Again, let me go this over. Pastor Dawn Lawrence, Pastor Paul Charlton, Evangelist Angela Phillips, Pastor Winston Pickersgill, and Pastor Una Davis. And they have great lineup of speakers. Now, as we move along, we can see that the youth department of Trinityville United Pentecostal Church having their youth services under the leadership of Pastor Reverend M. Thomas, and they having the youth week from February 8 to February 12 at 7 p.m. and 10 a.m. So you can worship with them, serve with them, and pray for them as they have their services. I don't see a Zoom link or a Facebook link, so let's just pray and worship with them on that day as more updates may come available. Bethel United Church of Jesus Christ in Golden Hill having their 27th church anniversary and in gathering service, and they have 2 speakers right here. Do lineup of speakers, and the leadership is Elder Lassell Adman. Again, Elder Lassell Adman, that's the host pastor. He has an email, they have a Facebook page, and they have a Zoom. Again, so they have an email, a Facebook page, and a Zoom. The Zoom ID is not that clear, but you can also join them on Facebook on those days on February 26, 2023. Now looking at the Holiness Born Again Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic with the Living Way Temple in Lucy, Hanover, under the leadership of Pastor Bryant and Evangelist Bryant. They're having their 2nd pastoral and 57th church anniversary. Again, they're having their 2nd pastoral and their 57th church anniversary. And this is from February 12, 2023. So this is on February 15th, they're having evangelistic service. February 16th, they're also having evangelistic service. And February 17th, evangelistic service. Speakers, Elder Valton Stephen Meyer, Overseer Bernard Salmon, and Minister Ramon Shohan. Now, the Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic Church, they are having their services with host Pastor Dorothy L. Aarons, and they're having Third Faith Builders Conference. Again, Third Faith Builders Conference under the topic Go Forward, and this is Exodus 14 to 15. You can join them on Zoom on 390-395-6274. Again, 390-395-6274. And there is no password. You can call in on 646-876-9923. Coming up in March 26th, the House of Miracles Apostolic Church International with Pastor Chavoy Fisher. Again, host pastor, Pastor Chavoy Fisher. And this is in Spalding's, Clarendon. They're having their 9th pastoral anniversary. Again, this is your 9th pastoral anniversary. Also with the House of Miracles Apostolic Church International, the Women's Conference starts on March 27th to April 2. Again, March 27th to April 2. And again, the pastor is Pastor Chavoy Fisher, and the assistant is Pastor J. Baker. The theme for the Women's Conference, for with God nothing shall be impossible. And they have a great lineup of speakers: Evangelist Sonia Keys, Pastor S. Salmon, Elder R. Barracks, Brother Nathan All, Pastor C. Laws, Pastor G. Nelson, and Pastor T. Mendes. The day service starts at 10:30 a.m. So Wednesday is a day and night service. So let's go ahead and move on, and let's look at what's going on in St. Mary. Talia Deliverance Ministries in Port Maria, St. Mary have their Youth Week 2023 from February 26 to March 3, 2023. And the speakers are Pastor Josette McKinley, Pastor Steve Myrie, Minister Joshua Treasure, and Pastor QC Grade. They have a Facebook Live page where you can join them. So let's move right along and see what's going on in our prayer circles. People hungry for prayer, they have prayer every Monday to Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. Under the team, There is Power in Your Testimony. You can join them on Zoom on 884-688-2530. Again, 884-688-2530. JPU in the fall, they have their prayer meeting 6 o'clock every morning, 6 o'clock every morning. Meeting ID 510-912-9418. Again, 510-912-9418. And the password is Nafal, NAFAWL. Looking back at the Waterloo Apostolic Church, just remember to join them on Sunday at 11 a.m. Sunday at 11 a.m. And you can scan the QR code to watch their services and to find out more as you go along. Just a quick reminder to support Aberdeen High School. Adopt a program. Again, Aberdeen High School, adopt a program, and you can donate sports equipment, technology resources, educational resources, mathematical, language, music, safety and security, and anything that you can do for student welfare. Just a quick reminder, you can subscribe to Apostolic Radio Ministries International. We have Podbean, we have YouTubes, so you can join us at that on those venues. Also, First Vision Apostolic Ministries, just a reminder about all their services. They have services on Sunday at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. Monday, Bible study at 7:30, Wednesday prayer meeting at 7:30, and they have prayer at 6:30. You can join their YouTube channel at First VAM. First VAM, V for Vision, A for Apostolic, and M for Ministries. So we're going to move right along. And just to remind you of all the Monday nights prayer meeting, Mount Zion Apostolic Church, join them at about 7 p.m. on Mondays. Okay, I normally join by 7:30 some Mondays, as I try to join as many as possible. So the Zoom ID is 843-028-5951. Again, 848-028-5951, and the passcode is MZAT. Also, Mondays at 7 p.m., the Ignite My Fire, Mondays at 7 p.m., and their YouTube and Zoom. They also have a missions on Sunday. Again, they also have missions on Sunday. Also, the Greater Portmore Apostolic, again, the Greater Portmore Apostolic have prayer meetings at 7:45 p.m., and their meeting ID is 961-969-9484. Again, 961-969-9484. And the passcode is 894566. Again, the passcode is 894566. So we continue to pray. And just a reminder about Apostolic Temple International under the leadership of Pastor Paul Dean in Fort Pierce, Florida. They have services at 12 o'clock. You can see them on Facebook. Mondays at 7:30, and I know they have services, something going on Thursdays. So you can join them and be blessed and enriched. On Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m., the Supper Ministry, again, the Supper Ministry at 7:30 p.m., and their meeting ID is 432-578-5948. Again, 432-573-5948, and you can join them for a time of encouragement, empowering each other with the word of God. Let's go ahead and look at the Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic Ministries under Pastor Dr. Aaron's. They have Bible study every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Again, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And their Zoom ID is 390-395-6274. Again, 390-395-6274. And they don't have a passcode or password. Restoration Ministries prayer line. You can join them every Monday at 5 o'clock. You can also join them for midday prayer meetings. Again, you can join that group. Their meeting ID is 891-4570-6291. Again, 891-4570-6291. That's their meeting ID. And the passcode is 916-429. Again, the passcode is 916-429. 429. You can also join them by Zoom, and the host pastor is Pastor Winsome Ramsey and Pastor Carol Walters. So you can join by Zoom, and you can do Zoom by phone, 646-558-8656. Again, 646-558-8656. A reminder about Triumphant Church of Jesus Christ. They have services every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and their meeting ID is 480-503-7492. So just a reminder about the Triumphant Church of Jesus Christ. Also, Apostolic Tabernacle have their in-person services in Lake Worth, Florida. Again, in Lake Worth, Florida, they have their weekly services, and they also have a YouTube channel. Now, looking at Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale, the Greater Life Apostolic Ministries, they have a daily Bible reading. Again, I said Bible reading, not Bible study. So you read the Bible along with them. The Zoom ID is 954-869-4526. Again, 954-869-4526, where you read the Bible and you also get a little bit of encouragement here and there. Hope Outreach Love Center, you can join them on Facebook. They have services Sundays and Tuesdays. You can join them on Facebook. Now, looking at Kingdom Connectors Bible Study. Again, Kingdom Connectors Bible Study on Monday nights, right? And we have Pastor Dr. Merritt Meyer, and the Zoom ID is 455-169-4806. Again, Zoom ID 455-169-4806. And the password is 701025. Okay? You can find them on Facebook, and you can find them on Zoom. So the Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic, they're also announcing their weekly services. They have youth meeting at 8 p.m. They have Bible studies on Wednesdays on Zoom only. And they have prayer meeting at 8 p.m. on Zoom only. And the meeting ID again is 390-395-6274. Now, it's not in not Fort Lauderdale. This is West Palm Beach. This is in West Palm Beach area in Lake Worth. Empowered for Christ Apostolic Temple. Again, Empowered for Christ Apostolic Temple with Pastor Rose and Bishop Paul Ellimore. They have a Facebook page, and you can join them for these services that they have. Apostolic Tabernacle in Lake Worth, Florida, with Bishop and Pastor Scott. They are having their founders service starting on February 2nd. They have a Sunday service at 11 o'clock and a Wednesday at 8 p.m. And you can find them on Facebook and on YouTube. And this is in Lake Worth, Florida. Also, Women Empowered by Grace, they have a 6 a.m. prayer meeting and a Saturday meeting. And you can join them on the same Zoom ID, 906-348-8487. Again, 906-348-8487. So both of them are about 6 and 6:30, between 6 and 6:30. You can join either of these, and you can join them in their services. Again, this is Tracy Dean from Apostolic Radio Ministries International. Again, Apostolic Radio Ministries International, bringing you the summary for January 23 to January 30 of events I know of, or I see, or I've heard of, or was shared with me. And you can listen to Army Podbean. I am an English survival or ESOL teacher. I teach life skills. I try to teach life skills, budget, time management, various things. I teach to adults. As I learn, I share the information along. And I'm also a part-time adjunct professor at Miami-Dade College. Again, I'm a part-time adjunct professor at Miami-Dade College. And the little word I want to leave for you today is, it's not how you start, it's how you end. Again, it's not how you start, it's how you end. If we look up the scripture, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept it. So one of the key things for me was that this person went through some tribulations. This person went through some experiences where they had a fight. It doesn't mean a physical fist fight. It doesn't mean that they had any hand-to-hand combation, or they just had something that they had to overcome. They had to overcome things in life. So when they say fought a good fight, it is a referring to overcoming your situations daily. After he has fought a good fight, then he has finished the course. When you finish a course in life on this earth, many times, you may get a good grade. You may get an A, you may get a B, you may get a C, you may get a satisfactory. But now he has finished his course. So he had finished what he was made to do on this life, or in this life. Also, while he was going through his tribulations, while he was going through his long suffering, while he was going through anything that held him back from finishing his course, he kept the faith. So I have kept the faith means I was doing this as a continuous process. So what is he getting in the end? Is he getting a reward? Is he getting an award? He is getting a crown of righteousness from the Lord. So there is a crown waiting for him from the Lord. So when we look at this, it is not how you start, it is how you end. So some of us are going to start on good roads. Some of us are going to start on not so good road. Some of us are going to start on a mediocre. But remember, you determine the end. Walk in the path that God has laid for you so you can have a great end. Some of us can say, oh, I was brought up in a poor neighborhood, but now maybe I have a car. I was brought up under poor circumstances, but now I have somewhere to put my head to sleep. But again, remember, you have to go through that course. Some of you started a great life and you went through and things got bad. Things got horrible. Things got crazy. And you went into a poor state from coming out of a mediocre home. Now you're realizing that it's how you end. And some people, after they reach a mediocre state, coming from a great home, they get built back up by Job. And if you look at the story of Job, you can see it's not how you start, it's how you end. When you look at various stories in the Bible, it's not how you start, it is how you end. So let's end right. Let's work hard at ending right. Let us make sure that we are working towards getting the crown of righteousness. Work towards that long-term goal of a crown of righteousness. You're going to have some short-term goals. that you make along the way. A short-term goal is what? Something that you plan to do to get to the long-term goal of the crown of righteousness. And when you have a long-term goal, you may have a date, you may have a time that is prescribed by God in the religious circle. But the short-term goal is dependent on, I am going to help others. I am going to do community service. I am going to do things that makes it right, that leads me to the crown of righteousness. And if you look at the scriptures, it tells you many times what you need to do. Again, this is Tracy Dean from Apostolic Radio Ministries International. It's not how you start, my friends. It's how you end. Thank you again for listening, and see you or hear from you next time. Have an awesome